Hey guys, welcome back to Game Sandwich. I'm John Hansen. That is Kalo, and we are here to give you our duel list for the top five Legend of Zelda games. It's finally happening. We're finally doing it. Oh, I love this series so much. The Legend of Zelda is my favorite gaming series ever, and I can't wait to talk about it. Kalo, how'd you go about making your list today?
Uh, we. I'm looking at it. It's right to me, but there is an outer influence that's telling me I put some games too low. But I'll
Hmm.
let the viewer decide. Maybe they can fix
Yeah,
it.
we'll see. The thing with having a series that just has banger after banger after banger, there are going to be games that we leave off here that people are going to be like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, our top five list, yeah, this is great, but there's ten, like 10 out of 10 games in this series, so it's a tough one. But that is why we are here to discuss it. But before we begin, viewer, we need you to go down in the comment and let us know which one of us has the better list, and let us know your top five Zelda list. Kevin, start us off with your number five.
Number five. This is the one I might get the flack for because there are fans of it. Breath of the Wild coming in at number five. I only have it this low because I don't have that attachment that I do with the other titles on this list. I don't know. It was more of a thing where I was like, all right, new Zelda, played it, it was good. We're here. Like Breath of the Wild, great game. But comparatively to these other games, I think there's a little more there, a little more juice. But Breath of the Wild, I mean, what hasn't been said about this game enough by now? I'm very much looking forward to play it on the Switch 2 again and witness it in its true full potential. Pending this release, the Switch 2 released yesterday, so we're
Oh,
here. We're here.
okay.
We're here. We're here
I
playing
am
it.
also playing Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart, of course, but yeah, I'm very excited to play Breath of the Wild again. I'm not gonna say too much because this is also on my list, and I'll talk about it more. But I can understand why someone would have this lower. There are people that don't like that the game took out dungeons. They don't like the breakable weapons, and I can understand that. Uh, I have a lot of other reasons though why I do still love it. But my number five, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for the Nintendo 3DS. In my opinion, probably the best 2D Zelda game. I know a lot of people love A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening and all that stuff, but man, A Link Between Worlds really set the ground for Breath of the Wild with just how much freedom you have. You can choose which dungeon you want to go to. You can go and rent or buy the special weapons for your journey. Yeah, I love this game. Actually, the first time I played it, I didn't love it because those changes didn't really resonate with me at first. I was like, man, I'm not really loving this. So I put it down for a while, and then I came back to it years later, and I was like, oh, I was wrong. I was 100% wrong. This game is amazing. And yeah, I absolutely fell in love with it. So glad that I gave it a second chance. Yeah, A Link Between Worlds is great.
Yeah, I love how The Legend of Zelda can translate 2D and 3D so well. And it's not like with other games, there are some that suffer quality in the jump. They're
Mhm.
both just on par with each other, and it's just great to see. Albeit, I'll just say it right now, spoiler for the rest of my list. No 2D Zelda on my list, but, you know,
This
this is
was
my
the
list.
this this was the only one on my list.
Okay.
I thought about it, and the 3D Zeldas are just too special to me.
I'm right there with you.
All right, number four, Kev.
Number four, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Again, I'm very hurt with myself that I have it low. But if you kind of know 3D Zelda, the other three that are above this one are the other three. But for Twilight Princess, getting it on the Wii, this is the game I sunk the most hours into while on my Wii. I wish I can go back in time and like catalog how much time I spent on it. But of course, with the motion controls of the Wiimote, left to be desired. But this is a game I am hoping and praying comes back in some way, shape, or form. Please Switch 2, bring me what I need in my life. But yeah, this is the one game where it's like the wolf mechanic. You know, it is what it is. I as a kid seeing that wolf design, it was pretty damn cool. But as an adult, you're like, oh, like why are we doing this? What's the deal here? But yeah, for me, number 4, Twilight Princess.
Also, shout out to Midna, who is probably the best companion character in the Zelda series.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Midna's awesome. All right, my number 4 is Tears of the Kingdom, the most recent big Zelda release, and there were some points of this game that were disappointing. I was very disappointed in the story overall. I hated how they kind of like rewrote things. Like everyone forgets who Link is. The story is just weaker overall when compared to Breath of the Wild. That being said, the ability to like make your own vehicles and
Yeah.
your own contraptions to get around the place, that's something that I just never really resonated with in the past. It's one reason why I don't like Banjo and Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. But man, I loved it here. I absolutely fell in love with it. I loved making things and attaching objects to other objects. I think this game, from a gameplay standpoint, probably does stand above Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild is definitely a more special game
Yeah.
because it did change so much. Plus the surprise of the underground. Before this, they had only talked about the Sky Islands. And I remember finding that first hole into the under earth, whatever it was called, and just being like, oh, what's this? And, well, that looks dangerous. I shouldn't jump down there. And then I talked to the guy, and he's like, hey, we should probably go down there. I'm like, okay, here I go. And then I go down, and yeah, it's the entire overworld copied and in a like dungeon, well, not dungeon, but like dark area. It was crazy to me.
Yep.
Like they essentially just copy pasted it, made it dark and more dangerous. That was really cool to me.
That first week where the game released and just seeing the clips coming from it where people are like constructing like moving mechs and like flying machines, it's sick stuff. And the fact that the Switch 2 is going to take advantage of that, and then you can like upload your designs to like a page where you can download other like blueprints and stuff. This game's only going to get better. So I can't wait to dive back in.
Absolutely. All right, number 3.
Number 3, this is the one I struggled with, oddly enough. Majora's Mask. I'm very, very iffy on the placement of this one specifically, but, you know, it's Majora's Mask. It's such a damn good game, and I know there's going to be Zelda fans out there that say this should be number 1. Hey, you know, we got other games on this list here, but the mask ability is just something you can't ignore. And I recently played this on NSO, and I suffered a very dumb thing on my part where I was doing the save data, like I didn't save at all. I was playing through the game, and I was like, oh, my Switch, it just boots back into NSO. It'll say, or like it's not gonna shut off. It's not gonna exit the game.
You absolute fool.
I know. I made it so far, and I was like, come on, man, I made it so far in this game. But yeah, now I'm not gonna touch that game for a while. I got too mad at myself. It's the game's fault, obviously. But yeah, Majora's Mask's number 3 for me.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is great. I don't have it on my list because I had a lot of frustrations with it as a kid. I didn't like the time management stuff. I got very frustrated when I would get through a temple and then it was like, oh, I haven't gotten to the final boss, but man, that moon is coming down really fast. I better reset things, and then I have to restart from the beginning. Yeah. Also, I the first time I really played this was on the GameCube with the Zelda Collector's Edition. And that version of the game, I want to say didn't run very well. Like it wasn't put together very well for the GameCube. If I remember right. So yeah, I love the transformations between the Deku, Zora, and Goron. But man, it wasn't until the 3DS remake that I actually beat Majora's Mask. And I think that version gets it better. I know there's a lot of fans out there that are like, oh, this this one makes some bad changes. I really like the changes they made in Majora's Mask 3D. I guess that's just me. Uh, all right, my number three, The Wind Waker. Still the best looking Zelda game.
Oh yeah.
What are we, like 23 years later? Like, oh my god. I remember at the time all the kids being like, "Man, this sucks. This game isn't the realistic Zelda we want." So of course we got Twilight Princess. Man, Wind Waker is special.
So good.
I don't even care if you include the quite annoying like Triforce quest at the end where you have to find, I think it's like 16 pieces of the Triforce or something like that. It, it's annoying, but man, I love this game. I loved going around. I love sailing. I don't like sailing. This is why I don't play Sea of Thieves, because I think sailing is boring. Sailing in Wind Waker is fun because you can control the winds and everything. Um, yeah, just how expressive Link is and his the roll around counterattack. I absolutely love. I wish they would bring that back. There's just so many elements of the Wind Waker that are special. But we're talking about like the very best of the best here, so I've got a couple games ahead of it.
I'm not gonna say too much about it, but great game.
Mm.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah. All right, number two, Kev.
Number 2, Ocarina of Time. This is just one of those games where I could recall where I was when I first booted it up on my N64. It's a timepiece. No pun intended, but pun intended, kind of. It's one of those things where I always see it on NSO, and I'm like, man, like, we have it all here. We have everything. The Legend of Zelda at its finest here. And then I'm going to mention the other game after this, but whatever. But yeah, Ocarina of Time. It's, again, what I've said about, like, Breath of the Wild and all that. What hasn't been said? Like, again, one of the best games of all time across any and all games is Ocarina of Time for me.
Yeah, my number two is Ocarina of Time as well. What a special game, man. I know it hasn't aged well, but neither have you. So take that, viewer.
I haven't either, so it's fine.
Yeah, I absolutely love Ocarina of Time still. I think it still is a 10 out of 10 game. Um, when I first tried playing it at my cousin's on the N64, it was out of my league. I was too young. I couldn't really understand it. But then I played it on the GameCube with that Zelda Collectors thing that I was talking about. And man, I fell in love. This is really what made me love the Zelda series. Just the difference between young Link and adult Link was so cool to me. The dungeons were so fun. Even the water temple. I enjoy the water temple still. Like, I don't think there is a bad temple in Ocarina of Time. The music, still my favorite soundtrack of all time to this day. Just absolute perfection. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is amazing. Plus, the 3DS remake is amazing as well. I'm holding out hope that we get another remake for the current day on the Switch 2. I'm holding out hope. I actually have it on my Fantasy Critic just in case. I don't think it's gonna happen this year, but just in case, I have it sitting there. Yeah, Ocarina of Time deserves all the praise it has gotten over the years, and man, is it a special game.
You brought up the water temple. Something outside of just me playing the game. This is the game I like go to watch like randomizers for. Games Done Quick does stuff. And it's
I want to play that sometime. The randomizer thing.
It's so cool. Like, those are things I could watch for hours on end. And when you add in the dungeons in Zelda and then the randomness aspect to it all, I mean, that's content for days. So, yeah, no, I love it.
Absolutely. All right. It's time, Kevin. Number one.
Number 1, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It's just the game for me as far as The Legend of Zelda goes. You mentioned the art style. This environment pops. Like, everything about it. The colors are so vibrant. You get the HD remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it nowadays. But it's still, like, it holds true. And it's a game I can constantly go back to and not get tired of. Like this story, the sailing aspect you mentioned earlier. I just like whenever you're going around and you pop up on a random little island and you find some secrets, you find some treasures in the sea. It's just stuff you really don't get anywhere else. And yeah, Toon Link is one of my favorite models ever. He's just so cool looking.
He is. He's definitely the most expressive Link. So cool, man. I hope that we get more games with him again at some point. All right. My number one is Breath of the Wild. I What a game, man. Like this was a revolutionary game. We're talking about the glider, climbing mountains. Uh, at the time, I was calling this the smartest video game I had ever played because there were things that you could do, like say I needed to connect an electric current. Well, yeah, if I don't have a metal box to move over like the game intended me to do, I can just drop metal items and that will get the current going. Just so many elements of this game that were put together and thought out so well. Uh, I talked about like, yeah, probably overall Tears of the Kingdom adds more to the game and like on a gameplay standpoint is probably a little better, but man, Breath of the Wild, even if you don't like the breaking weapons thing, I thought it was really well implemented because there's so many weapons for you to find. My one complaint would be the Master Sword should probably be indestructible in these
Yeah.
games. That's always bugged me a little bit, but besides that, man, what a fucking game. Like we got our first voice Zelda here and I love her voice. Like she
Mm-hmm.
sounds like you can hear like her she's very back and forth. She's like, "Yeah, I have to get my powers. I'm not good enough." And just going through those flashback memories are just so good. The emotion between her and Link when the whole kingdom is falling and Link is just fighting for his life to protect her. God, what a fucking game, man.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I just remember I was playing it recently and I kind of sat there. I was walking through, like, it was storming, the wind was blowing. The sound design for that game is not talked about enough. Where I can sit
Hmm.
there, it's so calming. I just sit there and just take in the atmosphere. And then, like, the various objects that Link has on his body, whether it is a bow, whether it is a hammer, you hear it clacking around. It's those little things that make the overall game better. And yeah, no, Breath of the Wild is just chef's kiss right there.
It's absolutely great. But we need to hear from you down in the comments. Which one of us has the better list? Also, let us know what are your top five Legend of Zelda games. You can't go wrong with these lists unless you put like Skyward Sword at the top. Like, what are you doing?
Don't do that.
What? I Get help.
Or what are those? What are the battle games? The Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, Hyrule Warriors. Those games have some merit to them. They're not for me though. I do like looking at them though.
Yeah,
I like watching other people play snippets of them.
there you go.
I don't want to play them myself, but yeah. Uh I love this series. Yeah, do all that. Like the video if you like it, and also go on down to our description below. And you might find yourself a link to our community Discord where you can come in and tell us, "Oh wow, guys, you have amazing Zelda picks. Let me be your best friend. I love you. I love you." Oh, please slow down. I just met you.
Did you say a link will be down below? Wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
Wow.
Yep. And then keep on going further down. You might find an adult link. All
Can't mention
right.
that here.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.